Well, it looks like it is boom or bust for the Houston Rockets. Anything less than an NBA title this year is going to be a disappointment in their eyes. After the last 2 seasons, it looks like the Houston Rockets are going to continue making moves. They decided to not run it back with Chris Paul. If you guys missed that video where I talk about the trade, link is down below in the description. Feel free to check it out. This is their projected starting lineup. I'm not sure if this will be the lineup they use throughout the season. I actually don't believe it will be. But last year, they started Eric Gordon as a very small 3. So I would prefer Eric Gordon comes off the bench. I think he's actually a great 6-man. And then you can use him late in the game to finish games off as well. But Westbrook at the 1. James Harden at the 2, 2 former MVPs on the same team. Will it work out? There is no doubt Westbrook is very talented, but here's the issues with Westbrook. His weaknesses are really going to be exploited on the Rockets. He's not a good three-point shooter. He says he's going to work on his shooting. Will it happen? I won't believe it until I see it happen. It is possible, though. It's Westbrook, and I know he has a great deal of passion. We have James Harden. Another question that comes up with Harden is he doesn't get the same calls in the playoffs, and I don't expect that to change. Eric Gordon, how many shots are you even going to get with Westbrook and Harden in the same lineup as you? I'm not sure, but I know you can knock down that 3. That's why I'd like to see him come off the bench. But there's also going to be lineups where when there's Westbrook out and Harden's on the bench, and lineups where Harden's out and Westbrook's on the bench. So they'll probably try to have one of the 2 stars out at all times. PJ Tucker shoots it lights out from the corner. I don't expect that to change. He's an absolute dog. He's a great fit on this team. And then there is Clint Capella, which, there was some questions asked about Clint Capella, how well he actually fits in this system. He was up in trade rumors, but it looks like he is going to be sticking around for now. Westbrook and Capella, not the best three-point shooters, obviously, of course. So how much is that going to slow down Harden? It kind of almost reminds me of like a Ben Simmons situation when Simmons was just kind of clogging up space. Will that happen with Westbrook? How are they going to split 10 assists each? How is that going to happen? It's going to be so funny seeing these two on the same team back together once again. Obviously, Westbrook is getting he's getting old. He's like, 30 years old now? Going on 31. So every single year he's going to have a little bit less athleticism, and if he can't make up that lack in athleticism with some shooting, there are going to be some serious concerns for the Rockets. But the big question is, can they win an NBA title? Is this team good enough to win a championship? And my simple answer is yes, but they have to get not very lucky, but they have to get decently lucky. They're going to need some good matchups in the playoffs. They're going to need some clutch shots from Harden, but I think this team has the talent to make it work. The problem is, will it work? Will they change their play style for Westbrook? How are these two personalities going to mesh? That's the big question. Will Westbrook and Harden make it work? But I do think they have enough talent, and they have some players on their bench that I think can contribute. There's obviously Austin Rivers. He gave them some good minutes in the playoffs last year. There's also 2 other players, Daniel House Jr. and Gary Clark. I think Daniel House Jr. has a pretty decent shot at being a starter. They re-signed him. I think they like what they see in Daniel House Jr. So I could see him here as a starter, and then have Eric Gordon coming off the bench. Obviously, Gordon would still close games out, but I do think that is a possibility. And I think there's also a chance. Another player that I like is Gary Clark. He's doing pretty good in Summer League, pretty solid. He's slowly developing there, but his game is really great for the Rockets. Like, he fits in their, if he can develop, he fits in their system very, very nicely. So another thing that's possible if Gary Clark can keep progressing is that we see Tucker at the 3 and Gary Clark at the 4, and then you have Eric Gordon coming off the bench, right? So many possibilities for the Rockets. They have their very talented starting lineup, their core player, their role players, and their core star players as well. I'm interested to see how this lineup meshes, how these players get along. Wow, guys, you gotta love the NBA. Let me know what you think about this trade down below. Does this team have potential to win a championship? You know, Tucker and Eric Gordon and Harden and Clint Capella are going to give it their all next season. They know that this is their opportunity. They're not going to lose to the Warriors again. You know, probably. And it might happen still, but they're probably not. So this is their chance to get some redemption. The Rockets could be a team that is on their way to a trophy if everything falls into place. That's a big if, and they gave up a lot in order to get this opportunity. Can they capitalize on it? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, subscribe for more content in the future, and bye.